8:02, and it is a Friday morning. Rise and shine. Good morning to you. I'm meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week, chat about what's doing in the world of weather, hopefully getting your day started off on the right note. We've noticed here in the last few minutes' time that we have gotten into some fog. So I wanted to take you right over to the visibility map and just kind of see what's doing. Orlando's at a quarter mile, Claremont 3/4 of a mile, a half mile over in Leesburg, quarter mile for us in Ocala. Oh, excuse me. Yes, so we've got the fog around. Let's kind of pop up our tower cam and just kind of get an idea. There's downtown Orlando, and yeah, that's kind of the setup there, right? We've got the low clouds that have snuck on in. So definitely dealing with a little bit of that. The dense fog advisory in effect for Central Florida. That goes until 9 o'clock this morning. Frank says it's such a beautiful morning over on Facebook. Good morning to you. Terry Ann says fog is slowly leaving here in Denellen. All right, we can take that. So yeah, it's okay. You know, what's kind of fun is like this is the atmosphere's way of showing that we have moisture. That's going to be the indicator of our change later today. Hops Runner over on YouTube said it was odd finishing the Princess 5K and the fog was rolling in. Yeah, right. I would love to show you the Spaceship Earth tower cam shot that we have dialed up. I looked at it all morning. You just can't see Spaceship Earth anymore. So, anyway, speaking of the Princess Half Marathon weekend, let's get into the forecast for the rest of the weekend. For the 10K, we're looking at the opportunity for a few showers, but I'll be honest with you, things have been trending better and better. So, I really do like that. Then for Sunday, for the half marathon, we look great. There has been a bit of a pattern shift here. There's been some adjustments here to the timing of this, and that's what's so great. So let's discuss, okay? So first off, what's happening? Well, we're watching a cold front that's trying to work in, and as it does so, it's bringing in that moisture. And we'll look at the Futurecast here in a little bit, but I just kind of want to give you the forest through the trees, the 20,000-mile back view. As that front moves in, it dies. And at the moment, the models are trying to kill this thing over like the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast, which would mean that they're going to end up with the washout. But with the winds the way that they are, kind of out of the northwest, what we end up with is some showers in our southern spots. And that's going to be the kind of limitation to the overall setup, okay? So let's do this then. Let's dial up our Futurecast. And what's nice is that our Futurecast runs every 2 hours now. So we get data constantly. And that's all you can ask for, right? All right. So here's 8 o'clock in the morning. Let's bring it full screen, give you an idea. Okay. There's lunchtime today. We're going to be doing just fine. Yeah. Um, Bright sunshine, all that fun stuff. We're good. 2:30, 3 o'clock. That's where it's going to start to change a little bit. That's where we're going to start to see some little showers developing and, the activity starting to show up on the radar. All right. Then 5 o'clock, we start to get the heavier stuff into our northern spots, especially. Yeah. All right. That's not so bad. We can handle it. 6:30, 7 o'clock. Rain's getting into the metro. Heaviest stuff up to the north. 8 o'clock. Widespread rain. Now, the Storm Prediction Center does not have us under any kind of a threat for severe weather. The overall idea here is like general showers, general thunder showers, okay? All right, so that's kind of the layout there. 9, 10 o'clock, keeping the rains around, and then fading it overnight into tomorrow. And what's interesting with our Futurecast is it's showing like some showers, but nothing mega. All right. So we're going to keep that rain chance a little lower for tomorrow than first thought. Now, the let me pull up the HER model here. Pull up the HER. All right. So here's the HER model, and it's going to be, and for those of you that don't know the difference, the HER model is basically just like our Futurecast, except it's not a privately run model, but it's the same idea. In other words, it's what's referred to as a mesoscale convective allowing model. All right. All right. Anyway, let's roll through today. Notice lunchtime, her trying to throw a few showers, almost like as the warm front is lifting to the north. Few showers, and then 3, 4, and then we get going. Both of them, they've got different shapes of the moisture, right? But they're both showing the heavier rainfall sliding on through. Overnight widespread showers. Here's 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. The definitely more active than the Futurecast model. 6 a.m. tomorrow, the going with those showers. And then gradually clearing it out 10 a.m. and then into the afternoon, maybe a couple of thunderstorms trying to get going. So they're the same in many respects. There are some subtle differences. All right. Now, what we could do, I made this morning. Don't know that I'll ever use it, at least on TV, but this is the mega model. Okay. So this is going to be Futurecast, the GFS, and the European. Excellent. All right, so through this afternoon, we see the and the Futurecast showing the rain. We show the GFS and the European with the rain. Perfect. Showing plenty of showers through 9. All right, and as that clears out, notice Futurecast clears us out earlier. Let me back it up a little. Futurecast clears us out earlier. The is going to keep us wetter. You have to understand that the globals there are going to keep us wetter strictly because they're lower resolution, both in terms of timeline grids and in terms of resolution grids. So there's that. All right, perfect. Let's roll through time. So now we're at 5 a.m. Okay, Futurecast is quiet. Notice the globals are not quiet. Notice that the is not quiet. Yeah. If you're saying to yourself that that's got to be frustrating, the answer is it absolutely is. All right, through the morning, Futurecast bringing the showers south. The Euro is clearing out. The GFS is holding on. And then notice through the day, the Euro is quieter. The GFS is wetter. Futurecast is quieter. Is wetter. So literally, what's so interesting with this is that literally the models are split, both in terms of design and in terms of actual forecasting. So if you're asking yourself, what's going to happen? And if you want to ask me what's going to happen, my answer to you is going to be the same, which is, this is a tough one. It all depends on where that model dies. Honestly. So many models, so many grids, so much resolution, Matt says. You can go with that. That's fine. We'll be watching on YouTube. Need to feed the feline. Hey, we've got that feed too. So anyway, there's our 7-day forecast. We've got the rain moving in tonight. We've got the rain moving in tomorrow. It's looking a little bit better for tomorrow, though, during the day, especially if you live in the Metro North. Sunday's looking like a better day. Monday's looking like a nice day. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we have a few showers that are moving back in. Galen says, Eric, I hope Wesh 2 News can get a new meteorologist. We have a new meteorologist hired, and she will be joining us in a few weeks. It's going to be so wonderful. She's wonderful. Enjoyed her during the interview. So you'll meet her. I tried to see if I could get her on Coffee Talk before her start date, but it looks like we're probably going to have her just once she's here and get settled in a little bit. So it's going to be great. Cindy says, yeah, I saw her LinkedIn post. Okay, so yes, you saw her LinkedIn post. She made it official. Yeah, she made it official. And I've noticed she's commented on a couple of my posts too. So it's not that it's hidden. You know what? Why don't I just pull her up? Why are we having this conversation right now? Why don't we just pull her up? Hold on. Let's see. So I'm just going to the station's website. This is from a couple of days ago. Studio mode. Give me a second. Do that button. Do that button. All right. Do that. Do that. Bring it up here. So this is going to be from her station, our sister station. Let's take a listen.
24 hours ago.
Ooh, we were in the midst of it.
Yes, we really were. It was ramping up.
It certainly was. We had high tide around 3:24 yesterday, and that's where we actually saw a lot of the splashover and some of the impacts along the coastline. And Portland, Sanford, two locations that actually saw official blizzard conditions. And I know, Megan, we didn't really get a lot of the snow that everyone was anticipating because that low pressure really stalled across parts of southern New England, but we did get the wind. We did get the reduction in visibility, which is why we saw the blizzard there.
Yep.
So haven't seen that since 2022, guys. And well, I'd like to hope that's the only one we're going to get for this season, but you never know what Maine has in store for us. What I can tell you is at least the rest of today, it's going to be partly sunny. We'll still see some of the winds, but they have shifted to the northwest. So that cold Canadian air is going to keep parts of our mountains only in the teens for today. Right now, Portland coming in at 29 degrees, but it feels like 21 as we do have some of that wind chill factor. So you'll notice 17 is the way it feels in Augusta at this hour. But the 12-hour forecast keeps us back into the teens across the board as we head through the evening and the overnight. And then even into the overnight, we could see some single digits throughout the state. Before we get there, though, 33 is your high in the Portland area, 32 in Wiscasset. And as we head towards tomorrow, at 8 a.m. hour, we could see some light snow just crossing parts of northern New England, and then we're going to be seeing that 1 to 3 inch mark right around the afternoon. So you'll notice impact weather is in place for that snowfall. It's not going to be significant, but certainly could make some.
So anyway, you get the idea. Yes, she's going to be trading in that May. Like, look at that 7-day forecast, right? Like when you see that, and then you look at our 7-day forecast, which, by the way, they're both very handsomely designed, if I do say so myself. But yeah, I see. It's so funny. I see you guys all talking about the. Does she know how to pronounce 90? And she can say that for yeah, I know. It's going to be a very different forecast for her. Yes, it is. She's lovely. She brings a wonderful energy. So it's going to be very, very fun to get her on the staff here. She's going to love this weather. She was like genuinely a breath of fresh air during the interview. It's just so great. Yeah, so it's going to be great. She's going to be fantastic. She'll fit right in. I think it's the end of March that we're going to get her in here. So you guys are going to, you'll meet her. You'll love her. It's going to be a fantastic time. All right. Just getting my TV hit. Oliver, what? Eric is, wait, what are you guys saying? Are you not entertained? Oh, Oliver. Lauren says, I bet she's so glad she doesn't have to forecast snow anymore. What a shock to her forecasting. Well, get your questions ready because she's going to be on Coffee Talk. We're going to get her on here. We're going to talk to her. We're going to ask her what she's most excited about. So start thinking about your questions. Also, total sidebar, start thinking about your questions wrong button, because we've got the hurricane forecast reveal coming up next Monday. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Can you believe we're already there? Yeah. Matt says, my wife is from Maine. We'll be great. Yeah. Debbie says, we still miss KK, though. KK's my girl. And then I'm at the key, Roger. Yeah, no, KK's still my girl. Carol, I missed her name. It's Victoria Wisenowski. Does she enjoy 48 hours of hurricane coverage when it's 90 and 100% humidity? We'll find out. Tad with a slider for cycle duration. We're going to come out with the hotspots. We're going to come out with our season numbers. We're not going to come out with dates. I'm just going to tell you right off the bat. This hurricane forecast is a tough one. It's not that It's the forecast is not hard. The seasonal duration is hard, really hard. This is a hard one. So, yeah.
He's reminded the residents of this county that a burn ban is still in place. So that means that bonfires, campfires, or trash burning.
In Melbourne, firefighters battle this brush fire getting closer and closer to a school neighborhood. So this is a Boulevard just east.
Hold on one second, people.
Chapter 2 was flying above as helicopters were there dropping buckets of water on the flames. Are you seeing that? Fire was right behind Boulevard. This is what happened. 2 for this early.
And first one meteorologist Eric is here now. Eric, we've had those dry conditions. It is
Yeah.
time for the wet weather to really get here. Right?
Finally.
Time for the weekend.
I mean, at the end of the day, we're timing this out better than we could have hoped for. And when I say that, I mean, we should not have a washout of a Saturday. That was originally on the table. And then Sunday looks to be pretty nice, actually. So we are improving. Cold front is working our direction. So this afternoon, as it approaches us and our temperatures will be in the 80s, it's going to help to spark up showers and even thunder showers. Then tomorrow, that cold front drifts south and basically dies. And its exact position of death is who's going to get the rain. Model runs, it's been southern Brevard, Osceola, down through the Treasure Coast and the Palm Beaches, back over to like Fort Myers, Naples area. So they're looking at a pretty wet Saturday. For us, we'll just have the opportunity for a few showers looking ahead. So when do the rains arrive? It's going to be late in the day today. Here's Futurecast. This is 4 o'clock, little popcorn showers and thunder showers. The heavy stuff starts working in 5, 6, 7 p.m., moving from Brevard County through the metro. This has been a fairly consistent thing over the last few model runs. And I would add, we got a huge upgrade to our Futurecast here in the last about month. This now runs every 2 hours. And that's a fantastic way to consistently monitor changing weather patterns like we are. Through about 8, 9 o'clock, the rains will just linger and fade. But as they linger, we get rained on, which is great. For now, we've had a few showers popping up around the area, but our first warning live radar tracking all of Central Florida is nice and quiet. So we've got clouds. Once the fog starts to lift, we'll go to a partly cloudy sky, then a mostly cloudy sky. Then, yeah, we get that 50, 70% coverage of showers and storms. Then looking at tomorrow, the potential is there, especially if you live from about the metro south, to see some rainfall. If you live north, it'll actually be a pretty nice dry day. But that's basically the last cold front we have for a while. Looking at the American GFS raw models, with no cold fronts, there's no cooler air. So through about mid-month, temperatures are climbing into the mid-range of the 80s. The European model even indicating temperatures getting to 90 degrees. And it's of no surprise, March 1st starts meteorological spring, the 3-month stretch of time where the temperatures build towards summer values. And we are now just over a week away from the spring forward thing. Daylight saving time begins, not this Sunday, but next Sunday. 7-day forecast showing an active afternoon evening for us. We'll be watching the radar. Then tomorrow, showers in our southern spots and not as warm for the upcoming weekend. All right, I gotta get this here. Okay, let's see here. Why did the phrase exact position of death make me cackle? You know what's funny is as I said that, I was like, that's probably not the best words I could have used. So I get that. Gene Rowan says, we are fogged up here in Marion County. Yeah, there's definitely some fog. It won't be around for forever, but there's definitely some fog. What with no cold fronts, there's no cooler air. I know exactly. Debbie says, did you turn your back on us? You're so needy, so mean. My cruise also begins next Sunday, says Tim. Betty says tornado season seems to be getting a slow start this year. That's fine. Listen, with El Nino kicking up this summer, next winter probably will be a very active season. So yeah, Kathy Joe's asking, when's the hurricane prediction coming out? Monday. Yeah. All right. Questions, comments, concerns, anything? Matt says, I like your tie today. Represents your Mooney well. Thanks, buddy. So you're regretting the words as they escaped your mouth. Welcome to the club. I know. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. All right. Anything else? All right, then I'm going to get working on the hurricane forecast. I got a lot of work to do before Monday. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you for hanging out for Coffee Talk. I will see you guys and gals later on. Take care. Bye.